I was hearing in my head. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Speakeasy Podcast. We are on location in downtown LA in the Arts District at Villains Bar with our first returning guest. Tavern, my bad. Wow. Villains Tavern. Rude. It's all right. You guys are fine. You'll survive, okay? I've been called Mexican my whole life. Take that.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a second.
You're not Mexican?
Oh, fuck you guys. El Salvador.
You pupusa eating motherfucker.
My whole life is a lie.
Fuck you guys. Welcome back. Ace, how you doing, brother?
Doing great.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me and thanks for coming out.
No, yeah, thanks for having us. We're in your house today. Tell us about this place. How long you been here? How'd you end up here? What's this place about?
Well, Villains Tavern has been down here since about 2010. I joined up here maybe about not quite 3 months ago, and I took over as their bar manager. They had been closed for a couple weeks for maintenance for whatever reason, and I brought in a whole new crew, whole new staff, new cocktail menus. We reopened with 2 weeks to train them and train myself. And
what's your best drink at Villains Tavern?
Right now, our number one selling drink is called La Vampira.
Woo-hoo.
I'll take two.
Yeah. Can I get two, please?
What about a Cooter Breeze? Can I get a Cooter Breeze?
Yeah, I heard this drink called Cooter Breeze. I can't wait to try it.
I want to try it.
All right,
it's patent pending. They're still working the kinks out.
Listen, Cooter Breeze is not in season right now.
Does it taste
good? You
good?
don't get 1 week out of the month
yeasty,
for 5 to 7 days.
Oh, it's always in season.
It's not yeasty. It's gross.
It's more of a hoppy.
Does it have a lot of hops?
It sounds like a beer. It's gross.
So this is episode 1 of a mini series that we're doing where I've decided to go around to different bars and film on location. And I wanted to start here mainly because Ace was one of our first guests.
That's right.
Because he supported us from the beginning, and I support his endeavor here. I mean, to take over, I've seen this guy go into bars, revamp an entire menu, change everything for the better, and then have to leave because he feels like his work is done. So it's like a traveling fixer. It's like Bar Rescue without all the bullshit.
Is that your personality? Like you need something to be working towards, and once that's satisfied, like you feel lost or something?
Well, I feel like most of the time what happens is that, unfortunately, people ask me the same question, why don't I want to open my own place, this and that, if I'm so good at fixing places. And part of the reason is that I almost work myself out of the picture. Mm-hmm. Meaning I put up all the systems and everything that are in place, and then they're just kind of running on their own. So they don't necessarily need me to stay on anymore at that point.
And sound like that should be your actual job. You go in there, you should be like Taffer.
Well,
just walk in there and just make the place dope, and then go peace out, and then yell at them the whole time.
No, most of the time I'm much more calm.
And better haircut
I
too.
don't know about that. You look like you can scream.
Much more calm.
You look like you can scream a little bit.
I get a little bit hooty when they don't feel like they need to spend money.
You get a little hooty?
Get a little heated.
Oh, yeah. Heated. All right.
Like
right.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what changed in this place? Because I mean, the assumption is that this isn't one of those temporary spots. You're going to be here for as long as you can possibly.
No, actually, I think I've pretty much found a home here.
Okay.
The menu constantly changes. It's we have pop-up kitchens every week. This week we have all flavor no grease, which is run by Keith Garrett. Which is
all flavor no grease. What kind of food is that?
It's actually Mexican food.
What? No, it ain't.
Yeah, prepared by the brothers, man. They fix it.
Wait. Mexican food prepared by the brothers?
Yeah.
And no grease.
No grease.
That's like double confusing.
Nope.
I don't know. I get it.
You get it?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's really good.
I can't wait to try it.
It's they'll be here today in just a little bit. It looks like they just showed up to do. They have 130,000 followers on Instagram.
Nice.
We were featured in LA Eater last week for it.
Saw that article.
So this wraps up the interview with Ace. We're gonna bring in people with 130,000 followers. Totally kidding.
So with that shift in the dynamic of you and the workplace, I mean, I feel the same way where I work. Like I found that's now my bar. You know, like whoever owns it is at some point becomes irrelevant because you're creating the entire feel, the entire aesthetic. I mean, if you guys could look around, we'll probably have a little bit of footage of the place as a whole. It has a thematic element already. And I mean, that's yours to mess with and
It's
to
not
toy with.
it's not the usual type of place. It's a little goth inspired. There's a lot of stuff that comes from the churches, like the pews and the mirrors and stuff like that. Those are from the church.
I just noticed those are pews.
When these are
That's cool.
At nighttime, you have live bands, comedians, and it's a good time in here. You know, you get good craft drinks really quickly with food that changes. This Friday, Saturday, we have the Ricans bringing Puerto Rican food in here.
Nice.
Which
The
they don't-
Ricans.
That sounded racist. I'm not sure if that's proper.
That's the name of them. That's their name.
Hey, they're naming themselves.
The Ricans.
The
We have a Puerto
Ricans.
Rican festival for them on Saturday.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, I like the vibe in here. I feel like, I don't know, like I could perform, hang out, stab somebody all at the same time.
yeah.
I like it. You know, you were telling us a story the first time we came here to just check out the spot. And you were telling us, ooh, hello. We got some...
Thank you.
Ooh, looks like some vampiras are
thank you.
being.
Some vampiras are being delivered.
I'm gonna put this up in the
Check
forefront.
this out real quick. Thank you very much, my lady.
Why don't you go ahead and tell me about this drink real quick,
tell
Ace?
us about this.
Well, this is our number one selling cocktail. It's called La Vampira,
Wow.
Hey,
pour some for the homies.
Yeah, that was for the homies. I wanted to show a little angle real quick.
and it's a blood orange margarita, originally named after an ex-girlfriend.
Nice.
Ooh.
True story?
That's a true story, and she knows who she is.
Because she was bloody or orange?
Because she was
She's
a
a
vampire
bloodsucker.
goth chick.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which you wouldn't think I would be okay with, right? But,
So this is your drink?
yeah.
And can you tell us more about this?
It's
sucker?
it's basically a blood orange margarita, pretty simple.
not the drink, the chick.
Oh, the chick.
The inspiration, the muse. I'm
muse
curious,
behind it.
about the muse.
Yeah, did she suck you dry?
Boy.
I meant like emotionally.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to get you in trouble, bro.
No, you're not getting me in trouble. No, it's a little sweet, a little sour, a little tart.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds
Kind of
normal.
expensive? Like
Kind
your
of
ex?
Kind of expensive.
That gets you drunk, though.
Yeah.
Probably this drink can never decide where to go eat.
It has a softness to it. I'm sure. Yeah.
It's
I
really
like
good. This is
And
really
those are
good.
actual blood oranges in it as well.
And now you attempted to make this last time when you were at our show, right? Like you
I think
try to get as close as possible.
close as possible.
Yeah,
but
this is that you didn't do.
Yeah,
this.
that you can
You
drink
had all
them.
the ingredients now.
yeah, you can drink that all
This
day
is delicious.
quickly.
It really, it's like one of those rooftop kind of drinks, you know, summer day,
Very,
chill out, let
seasonal
the,
drink.
Let
It's
the
a very
breeze
seasonal
hit your cooter type of like drink, you know.
Cooter
Stuck on
breeze.
that
Cooter breeze.
I'm stuck on that cooter breeze. It's just what?
Once you get a taste, you just cooter breeze. That's all I got. I don't know.
It sounds like a trademark.
Yeah.
Yeah, a horrible slogan for a
Horrible.
drink.
You don't need this slogan. It's just cooter
This
breeze.
episode's gonna be called Cooter Breeze, I
Shit
guess.
sells itself.
You know what it is? It is going to be called Cooter Breeze at Villains.
So what do you guys been up to? You said you're traveling around. What's your next spot?
Oh, the next spot, we're going down the street to Angel City.
Angel City
Oh.
Brewery.
Angel
Yep.
City Brewery.
Yeah, we're friends with those guys.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
I went in a couple of weeks ago. I've talked to the rep quite a few times, and I just let him know I was there. It was Walter and myself. We were working on a couple of writing projects, and we sat at the bar, ordered a bunch of drinks. Next thing you know, the bill came, and I was pleasantly surprised at the total.
Yeah, it was incredible.
They took good care of us.
I'm
and,
telling you, though, you beat their bill.
Oh.
And I appreciate that very much. Because your bill's zero.
Hey, you don't know that yet,
I
man.
don't know that. It might cost me a scissoring episode or
About
something.
to
I don't know.
pull a tab out. They are villains. Your car is stripped right
So
now.
what do you see happening at Villains? Like, I know 3 months is very little time. I'm sure you got a lot more to go and probably some visions for you. What would you like to see happen with this place?
Well, I'd like to see it reconnect with the indigenous population as far as like. It seemed like it was the way it was going was a little bit more towards just the hipster side and the artists and all that stuff, which is fantastic. We still don't want to alienate them whatsoever.
They
But,
alienate themselves.
but they have a whole bunch of. But there's a whole bunch of Angelinos that are local that are right here that
Looking
don't
for
have
a
anywhere
place.
to go.
Yeah.
I've been to the bars around here, and there's a hole in the market, and they do zero.
And you're going to fill that hole.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
There's no rock en español nights anywhere. You can't get any
That's true.
Latin jazz or Spanish guitars or anything like that. Anything close to that.
That's true.
And I think because we are a live music venue as well, that we can kind of capture that demographic. And since we have so many different nights, we have our, Fridays and Saturdays, we have different kinds of bands from everything from Irish to swing to bluegrass that there's plenty of room for us to.
That really good indigenous music.
Yeah, let's switch it up, you know. Make sure even some folklorico.
I like that shit.
I can play the spoons.
I want to see that shit.
I play the jugs.
Yeah, nice. But I mean, from what I can see, you have basically a ready-made like blank canvas where you can create your. I had a meeting with the owner of my where I work recently, and a third party was with us who asked specifically, like, aren't you upset that, like, because I'd come up with a new menu as well,
right?
And like, aren't you upset that like your drinks are going to be like here, like they're not leaving with you? And it's an interesting topic for people that don't necessarily bartend, because it does happen when you leave. If you leave Villains, your drinks are staying here. If I leave my place of employment, those drinks are staying there, no matter how much work I put in, how good they look, how much pride I hold on to it. And it's like, personally, I don't care. And when I told the guy, I was like, well, that's basically my legacy, because when I leave, people know who made these. I don't necessarily have to be there for them, and I mean, at the stage that you're in as a bartender, since
I've had a few different menus in different places already,
yeah,
like I already kind of have gone through that process of like, oh hey, it's I get actual satisfaction from walking around and asking people, hey, how's your cocktails?
Yeah.
How you doing? And for them to be like, well, these are so good and this and that, and know that I put the work in to make it happen. It is what it is. It's almost like being an artist. Like people. Once you become an artist and it comes out there, like those paintings aren't yours anymore.
Yeah.
They belong to
the restaurant,
society,
or the dentist office that it's hanging up.
Anybody that wants to appreciate it and look at it and critique
now
it.
Now belong to the art district.
It should inspire you to, create more.
Exactly.
So it's kind of a good,
Exactly. So, I mean, and that's a great thing with cocktails and liquor, is that you can it's almost endless things that you can do, aside from, you can even start brewing your own stuff and making your own cocktails and making your own spirits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the track that I'm kind of looking at right now.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a next step, actually have something come out of Villains Tavern, because we have a full kitchen, which means that we can create stuff here. I have a full juicer and dehydrator and all that stuff. So
and you also welcome other chefs and restaurants to come and use
different inspirations from different places. Like I said, we're having this Puerto Rican festival, Noche de San Juan, on Saturday, which means I have to come up with Puerto Rican drinks, stuff that they would have out there. And it's going to be interesting to see how they...
So, like, you're going to have a drink called No Electricity?
Tastes bitter.
Tastes bitter.
Help Puerto Rico, people! Shit.
That's percentage of the proceeds are going to help friends of Puerto Rico.
That's a great cause, man. I like that. And you don't see a lot of philanthropy at venues like this, so it's good that you're helping out. And I think you should continue that, because a lot of people need that shit. They need that help. So
a percentage of the proceeds of this Speakeasy podcast will be going towards it too.
Yeah. So why don't you just start giving us proceeds?
Yeah. I was gonna say, was that like 75 cents?
We don't ever get proceeds.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to Venmo us,
so far there's not a lot of proceeds to go around.
Venmo Walter Reyes, and I'll see how I distribute it. Fun.
Yeah, it's
So
fine.
we won't get any.
I don't want that responsibility.
I'm gonna start with a new mic.
Yeah. No, realistically, like I like the idea of making drinks similar to like like making a potion of some sort. Like if this were Harry Potter, I could just flip my fingers and he would turn into a female.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really crazy.
That'd be crazy. Like, I would totally make you like an Asian looking, like, beautiful chick with like nice boobs. I'd totally make you that.
That'd be stupid.
That'd be awesome.
There's no way that's gonna happen.
I still know that you're under there, but
right.
Still be down. I'm sure Josh would be down still.
Maybe inside on this hot Asian chick.
It feels like Ace is getting uncomfortable with a fake.
You're checking me out already.
Sorry.
He's all of a sudden in the Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't feel so good.
I'm not feeling so hot right now.
I wish we had a graphics department. Your ass would just be disintegrating right now.
But we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Any graphic artists that want to contribute, please join us. We need you.
I don't like graphic
So
artists.
glad I did this.
You don't like graphic artists?
No.
What'd they do to you?
I don't. They're so pretentious.
Really?
No, I was making a joke.
Okay, that was horrible. Yeah, that was a Dan quality joke.
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of was. Yeah, a little bit.
Shots fired.
Bop, 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 bop. What else you got going on for yourself, Ace?
Well,
Letting this shit pop off.
I think the next move for me is I'm actually really looking into opening up a bartending school in Downey.
Oh, cool.
Part of the reason is because, one, there's a market for it out there. And secondly is that most of the time people go to bartending schools, they have a really bad experience while they're there, or they come out of bartending school with this false sense of entitlement that that they're bartenders. Mm-hmm. And any real bartender that have worth their salt will tell you that's simply not true. So
yeah, I mean, there's also the reality that they're teaching you drinks like creamsicle and cricket,
B-52s and stuff that
grasshopper.
I remember those flashcards. Yeah, I went to bartending school. I flunked out.
How'd that working out for you?
No, I became a great drinker.
There you go.
That's all it taught me. That's all it did.
So yeah, it's going to be more like a boot camp based style. It's going to be more expensive. It's going to be more
boot camp, huh?
Boot camp style.
Be a little militant.
Well, yeah, I was in the Navy. So what that means is that if you don't pass,
what are you gonna do? What do you do when they like drop a glass?
No. What I mean is like if they don't pass, the class that week, they have to redo it again.
Nice.
Damn.
And they don't pass until they
is
pass.
That how long it takes?
No, it's probably going to be like.
How long does a bartending class take?
I've seen it anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, but mine would be more like 5 weeks.
I've seen people do it like online and then be like, "I'm a bartender."
Like, fuck,
it's ridiculous. So if I can do anything to help the bartending community, I think that would be. I love teaching, so I think it'd be fantastic experience for me and for them to really learn from people that are actually know how to do things, like getting POS training, learning how to deal with customers, multiple orders at once. You know, those kinds of things. Craft, actually learning how to craft without having to go to a bar to learn how to do that behind the bar.
And understanding profit margins.
Yeah. All those things go into making great bartenders.
Yeah.
Are you getting this, Josh?
Yeah, I got it.
You got
I just want to know how to make a.
Signing up for it.
Motherfucker look lost. It's like,
I just want to know how to make a cooter
it looked like he was
breeze.
counting.
He's gonna show me
I got
later.
it.
It just looked like he was counting the stripes. He's like, I never want to bartend. I just want to kick drunk bitches out the bar.
Honestly, I think if all three of us, if you, myself, and Josh snap at the same time, we can make Walter's wish come true, and Ace will turn into a female.
Let's do it.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Wow, it worked.
Okay,
Look at those things.
Stop staring.
What's up, Ace?
It's rude to stare.
What up, Ace?
This is great.
Yeah, this is great.
Welcome back to the sexy version of Speaking to the Podcast.
Speakeasy after dark. We are right now.
Yeah.
You're our after dark.
It's going to be shot in the dark, though, so
Are you dead?
it doesn't matter what your hair looks like in the
Yeah.
dark.
Or what I'm wearing.
Or
what
what?
you're
Oh,
wearing.
you're right.
Or not wearing.
Or not wearing.
Or not to wearing.
Well, if that's the case, I'm taking these fucking
Yeah, I'm
pants
fucking
off.
showing my titties, too.
It is hot.
It is hot.
Shaft
I need a
sweat.
ball breeze.
Cooter breeze.
I feel good.
I need a ball breeze.
So
Are we
who?
on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Who are you?
Yeah. Who are you? Where are you from? What's your name?
Yeah.
My name is Angel.
All
Thank,
right.
thank you,
Yeah.
Jesus, finally.
Is that your dancer name or is that your real name?
It's my dancer name.
Okay, cool.
Yes, it's my dancer
Angel.
Yeah,
Does
after
Angel have a
dark.
last name or no?
name. No,
Okay, cool.
it's like
Nice.
Cher.
What kind of a dancer are you?
Just
Prince.
Angel.
Yeah.
What kind of dancer do you want me to be?
Oh, Dan, go to the ATM real quick.
My pin is.
6969.
Oh,
All right. So I've known Angel for quite some time.
yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, everybody, this is not Ace. We don't have magical powers. I'm not that Mexican.
I know it's confusing. I'm sorry, but no,
confusing.
this is a real woman.
I could prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. No, thank you for joining us, Angel. Appreciate it. You're friends with Tony.
Course,
Tell us
yeah.
about her, or should she tell her about
I'm
her?
gonna let Tony tell me.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
we met in a brothel. She was working the door, and I was just visiting.
Hostess with the mostest.
No, actually, I can't remember the actual moment.
I actually don't.
Yeah. It was most likely at a
Figures.
house party.
It was probably.
What's a brothel? Is that like a TGI Fridays?
Yeah.
Sounds like an appetizer.
All food's made in the back in bags. Yeah. No, but I would assume it was at a house party of some sort, and we just kept in touch. We ate a lot of sushi,
Yeah.
and if you recall, Walter,
You had
sorry.
you had sushi at a party?
No, not that particular
Oh,
night.
shoot.
That's what we would do.
Naked
We would
sushi.
yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Just eat sushi off of each other.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Have you ever
No.
been? No.
If you
Take me.
recall the
Okay.
the website that I write for, the hip hop column that I had.
411.
Yeah, the Low End Theory. There was a small section
Hip-hop?
in the column
Yeah.
called the Hip Hop Hotties. She was the very
I
first one.
do remember
Yeah.
you.
Hip-hop
So you know
Hotties.
my face. You remember
No,
my
no,
face?
your
No, I
face.
think he remembers
Oh.
everything else.
Don't remember your face.
Darn.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all. I won't remember it after today either.
Yeah, that was our first like collaboration, I guess you could say. But since then, I mean, you know, keeping in line with the theme of our show, she's been a bottle service girl. She's worked at clubs, nightclubs. She's, you know, done a lot of modeling. So I think that it kind of fits the dynamic that we're trying to create here with regards to that particular area. And because she's a female working in those areas, I was just curious as to how that differs from anything that we
Yeah.
actually do.
You got any stories with that gig?
Anything
that stands out?
Many gigs, but let's see. Okay, I was working in K-Town one time.
No,
Are you-
really?
What speaking of that, what town are you from? And is it K Town? Is it NK Town?
No, like, you know, Cerritos area?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
I was
Cerritos.
basically asking what's your ethnicity?
Oh, okay. No. You can't tell what I am.
No.
she's definitely,
mix.
Definitely not Korean.
Mix?
Yeah.
That's why I said NK or K or
No,
SK.
not K. No.
No,
I'm not K.
no K.
No.
What mix are you? Because you do look a little exotic.
I'm Filipino and Chinese.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's a rarity.
Yeah.
You don't hear that mix too often.
Two of
No.
my
That's like
favorite
Josh.
foods.
Oh, really? You've had Filipino food? No way.
Yeah. There are places
Would you
where-
have Chinese food?
I eat Chinese food from Panda Express all the time.
Oh, man. Come on. This
I'm
guy
just
is
kidding.
Not Chinese food.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Although it's really good though.
I get it from the Golden Dragon.
I like that Beijing beef.
Golden Dragon.
Isn't that strip club you like to go to?
Yeah.
Golden
That
Dragon?
sounds like a sex
Yeah.
move.
I just go there for the buffet.
That was a sex move.
All
What
you
would
can
it be
eat.
like?
The golden
Yeah.
dragon. Ooh, that'd be a fucking dope ass move.
Probably like a gold candle and you melt
I kind
the
of
wax.
see like
Gold candle.
I kind of see us
Just a
like
candle?
interlock, like when dogs get stuck together, but like we're facing opposite directions.
Well, yeah, you have to go. You're like in the
Like
in the
this?
shape of
Yeah,
a
like,
dragon.
like our asses up together, but I'm stuck inside.
It's like that movie, The Human
Wow.
Centipede.
Is it? Oh, because you're a tripod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
She was paying attention earlier.
Yeah.
That's the only thing she was paying attention. What? You're a tripod? What is that? I like
My
that. Your
ears
fucking
started
spidey
ringing.
senses go off.
Yeah.
Cooter Breeze.
Cooter breeze. So
No.
you were in the service industry, and you left for a second, then you're back.
I'm back. Yeah.
You're back. What brought you back? And besides that, I still want to know what cool stories you got. You were talking about something earlier, actually. You were saying, you're bringing up like how she's kind of oblivious when someone's picking up on her and stuff.
Yeah.
How are you oblivious to that?
I kind of trained myself not to.
Because it just happened all the time. You just
It
kind of
just
like
happens,
you just like
so I'm
zone
like,
it out. Yeah.
When people call out, hey, mommy, it's, you know.
That doesn't work?
Like
hear it.
anytime
No.
you see a guy start to
I
talk,
don't-
just the
it goes in-
volume goes down. Yeah.
One
doesn't
ear,
work?
out
Yeah.
the other. No, yeah.
What does work?
What does work?
Yeah, let's not talk about what doesn't work. Let's talk about what
Apparently a
does
big
work.
dick.
You know,
Besides tripods.
a simple hello. Be simple.
I'm definitely simple.
I'm not buying that shit.
Keep
No?
it, keep it
What about
simple,
simple
stupid.
What
hello?
about simple-minded?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many times? No, follow me here. How many times has a dude walked up, hello, and you're like,
I have a
"Wait."
boyfriend.
No, you know
Yeah,
why?
like, stop picking up on me.
You know why? Because
I'm
it's
taken.
because it's rare. Because most guys won't say hello. Most guys will be like,
I say hi all
hey,
the
can I
time.
get
I
you
say
a
hi
drink?
all the
Can I get-
time.
Can I get
No, but
this?
I,
Can I get this?
I never get a weird reaction unless I do it with an odd face.
If you say what?
Like, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many guys try to like slide in your DMs like on Instagram? That seems to be the thing to do these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You seem like you're in that age group too. You seem very young. Do you mind if I ask how young you are?
How old do you think I am?
I think you're like 24.
She's Asian, so
Who-
she's
who said-
22 or
It's hard to
82.
You
tell.
said, right? Yeah. Who said, like, you look 24?
It wasn't me till right now.
Yeah. You said.
Dan
you
said
look
that.
at the bar over
Yeah.
there. He's like, I was like, how old do you think
Oh, that's
I am?
his go-to
24.
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how young are you? What's the?
And you said 24.
Yeah.
I get 24 all the time. But no, I'm 32.
What? Damn.
She's Asian. They have 2 ages.
They need to make
24
like a
and
rhyme
82.
thing. You know how like they say like black don't crack? They need to make another rhyme for like every race.
It's like fine china.
There you go.
Once it
it's
breaks,
wild.
it breaks though.
That's not true. This day and age.
Once it
Maybe
cracks,
back then.
it's over.
Yeah. Maybe
It's
back then.
worth
But we have
dick.
technology. We have all the skincare now. I like to take care of myself.
How old do you think Josh is?
Why are you laughing? Cause that
Why did you
Why
like
is that
snap your neck?
I had to look young.
Oh,
I had to, like,
That was your
yeah.
that was your young turn?
Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
I like that. Very soap opera.
I could get like
Dun, dun,
pouty.
dun. Guess.
Yo, you really want me to guess?
Yeah, yo,
Okay.
I do.
I'm gonna say 37.
Oh God.
Oh,
No.
damn.
No.
She got close though.
Really?
Kind of close.
She got close. You got close.
Yeah, he's 22.
Yeah.
Do you know?
That's
How,
close.
I know. Do you know how old Tony is?
You're the same.
She has
You're
no
a little bit.
fucking
You're a little
clue.
bit younger than me.
Yeah, I'm a year younger.
Yeah, I
A
knew
little
that.
less than a year, yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Me.
No, I can't.
No, we're not doing
Me.
that.
Do me.
Dude, okay. I'm gonna say.
Just pretend it's a math question. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you're gonna get
You know
it.
what? I'm really bad at math for being an Asian. No, I really am.
I think it's the Filipino
So
side.
you could only
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah, it is
trigonometry?
the
Yeah,
Philippine
I get
Because
it.
Filipinos are just partiers.
Yeah,
They're not really about the math.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
They're smarter
They're just-
Mexicans.
Yeah, they are.
That's true.
Yeah, and they're better at breakdancing. I don't
You
know
can't
why.
breakdance?
Oh, I was a hardcore breakdancer.
Really?
I only rock Adidas and Chuck.
I used to go to shows.
He would bring his
Used
own
to?
cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would carry my own cardboard.
Really?
Yeah, my
That
mom.
you're
like,
hardcore.
I'm from the '80s, so like my mom would come out and watch us and support us. I'd be walking around
Wow.
with my Adidas gear and just my cardboard ready to throw it down.
Yeah.
My neighbor across the street had this fucking 10 by 10 little fucking vinyl thing that we would break dance on. It said
Wow.
it was brick pattern. It said "break till you die."
Wow,
Hardcore.
you were hardcore.
I just kind of gave you the answer to how old I am, but let's see if we can still guess.
Oh crap!
She wasn't paying attention.
No, I wasn't.
The Filipino side was paying attention. Chinese side was like,
like
no.
math.
he was like, turn off the
The
cameras.
Chinese side was like, I'm better than all of this.
Chinese side's like, turn off the internet.
Oh shit!
None of these guys took their shoes off when they got here.
That's Japan, bro.
That's all I
That's
care
Japan.
Okay, 36.
Close enough. I'm 39.
Really?
Yeah.
You look young.
Thanks.
You look
Appreciate
younger
it.
than 39. Yeah.
Cool. I look younger than 36, but I'll let that slide. Whatever. No worries. No worries.
Okay, so you are coming back to the bartending
The
world.
industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I'm actually what you guys were talking about earlier. I'm in bartending school.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes. Yeah.
So what kind of bartender do you want to be?
Oh, you know what? I haven't figured that out yet. But
You got to figure out the end game first.
I
You gotta
know.
reverse engineer shit.
my first gig is at a one-day music festival with Above and Beyond, and that's on the 23rd of June.
When did you start bartending school?
When did I start?
Are you still in it now?
I'm still in it.
You already have a gig lined up.
I already have a gig lined up because I'm not good. I started last week.
You started last week.
I started last week.
So you'll be done with school by the time that gig comes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Damn, dude. Why are people going to college for 4 years?
I did.
Nobody
both.
does that anymore. Really, nobody.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, dude.
He did. I tried it.
I didn't.
I have 2
You didn't?
degrees and a
Hey, you got a
certificate.
solid semester under your
Yeah.
belt.
Yeah, good
Doritos.
job.
What?
tried it.
Doritos. Seahawks.
So
Are they
Yeah.
Seahawks?
I think
I
so.
think
Yeah.
they're the
So
Falcons. They're the Falcons.
Falcons.
So we
Yeah.
had the person that you were previous, Ace. The first time that we had him on the show, he had a little bit of a disdain for female bartenders that didn't have the
yeah.
wherewithal or the craft behind them.
That they all just had just tits and that's it.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't know if you
Hurts
can
his
tell,
feelings.
viewers, but she has great breasts.
I can't
so,
tell.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
So
Totally kidding. Totally kidding. I mean, if you want.
I like showing them. I'm not afraid. Or I'm not.
Are you
shy.
one of those? Like, you're
I'm
confident?
Not really shy. Yeah, I'm confident with.
Why'd you
what-
interrupt her? She said she's not afraid of showing them. You fucking asshole.
Sorry.
All right.
Finally,
Go
Josh
away
speaks.
now.
Way to go,
See what you
Walter.
did? Aggression? It was the aggression. I was the cool, like, oh, that whatever, cool, no worries. And she was still going. You're like, what'd you do, bro? I was about to see some tits. You fucked it up. You see what happened? She put him away.
No, I was being
funny?
more protective.
Okay, hold on. There's something to that whole protective thing. Last night, this just happened, and it correlates really well. I had a meeting at the bar. I had a meeting with all of my bartenders, and then I was on my way home, and Alexis, my friend, hit me up and said, "Come to Bottoms." Adri, also, who works at another place. I guess one of the employees at that place turned 21, and they decided to take her to Bottoms. Okay, and of course you don't go there without me if if you want to
have a good time.
If you want to, right? So
you want to get taken care of.
Yeah, since it was close by and I was on my way home, I stopped by. I went in there. I had one drink. Okay, the person who was turning 21.
I don't believe this story already.
Listen, there's a reason why. The person that turned 21 got fucked up immediately. And as a callback to one of your jokes, it was a blue drink, and the pterodactyl was out.
Oh, okay. She was looking for pterodactyl penis. That's what that joke means.
So
pterodactyl penis? We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
yeah,
It's part of the tripod.
Anyways,
Okay.
I was sitting down. The girls went to the restroom, and they called me to go check on them. Like one of them said, "Tony, come here." So I go naturally. A girl says, "Come to the restroom."
Yeah, you go.
She's laid out. She is like wearing a dress, legs wide open. Like it was unfortunate.
Yeah, it's one of those bad ones, not a fun one.
I mean,
bad
thankfully
one.
she was skinny, so I picked her up, I carried her out of the bar, and there was a small group with us, and there was the only guy that I didn't know was there, and he had blue hair, and he was wearing like a denim jacket, and he was just weird, and he's like, "What's gonna happen? How are we gonna take care of her?" And I'm like, "Bro, we're good, right?" And we're getting.
He's part of your group, though?
No, well, yeah, he knows someone that's in the group.
Okay.
We get to Adri's car. I put her in the passenger seat. Adri's hungry, so I tell her, "You know what? Take my car. Go to Jack in the Box. I'll take her to my place with Alexis." Okay. The guy, Mr. Blue Hair, he's like, "Oh, I'll just follow you." I'm like, "Why? Why are you following me?" He's like, "Well, you need to make sure that she's okay. I mean, if you guys want, I could totally take her to my place and we'll be fine. And like, I'm not gonna do anything with
That
her."
sounds
or
like a
anything.
great idea.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
the mere fact that you
just
said you're
offered
not
that
gonna
shit
do
up?
anything makes me feel
that's-
weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So
There's certain disclosures that you should pay attention to.
yeah. So
It's like, I'm a nice guy.
right. I mean, you should never have to say it,
You have
but
to say it.
Yeah.
I'm not like the other ones.
well, the reason
Red
why I bring
flag.
it up is kind of like what we were just a minute ago. There was a moment where I like to call them the little white knights, where they're like trying to stop. Like, let's say in a scenario, some guy's hitting on you right at the bar, and they're like, "So what's up?" Blah, blah, and you're not really feeling them. And then another guy comes up to you and's like, "Bro, leave her alone. Like, she needs to be left alone. Like, she don't want to talk to you."
He wants
And
to
then-
depart her.
And then Angel's like, "Yeah, nigga, I don't want to talk to you." So that guy leaves, and then Mr. White Knight's like, "I hate guys. They're so they just never listen, right?
They never know how to do anal right.
So you want to fuck? Like, I mean,
It's like, they never let your asshole relax before they put it in.
they're such
I
assholes.
know how to do it.
Yeah, so like that blue-haired guy just reminded me of that particular type of male.
So
Not
you're
even type of
basically
male.
comparing Josh to the blue-haired guy.
Yes.
What did I do?
You stopped the party, bro. That's what you
Do
did.
anything.
You
I thought
fucking
he was a
came
white
off.
knight.
Yeah, I'm the white knight.
The white knight is the
No.
blue-haired
The white
man.
knight.
Yeah, you're the
Oh.
blue-haired man. Blue man group over there.
So
Way to go. Way to beat on your drums.
what would you say, Angel, would be like the most annoying way to get hit on, specifically in our like while you're working, whether it be bottle service or a cocktail or even as a bartender? Like, there's different ways to get hit on, obviously, and some are funny, like good shit. Not sleeping with you, but good shit, But what would you say is like the most annoying, dominantly or predominant way that guys just try to, talk to you?
I've been touched a lot. Touching is no. And I've been touched in places
That shouldn't
that
be
you,
touched.
that you wouldn't even think. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Just
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
straight up, like
Straight
that's
up.
just
Straight up.
fuck the bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cooter grab?
Yes.
Without the cooter breeze?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Just straight cooter grab. And what was the verbiage that came
Oh,
with the
I
cooter
slapped
grab?
him. I slapped.
So he trumped you.
he grabbed the
He
pussy.
grabbed you by the pussy.
Yes.
grabbed you by
Yeah,
the
he
pussy.
trumped me.
You got
Totally
trumped.
me. Yeah.
And what was your reaction?
Oh no! So he was walking this way, and then he, did that, and then he walked past me, and then so I turned around, pushed his shoulder, and slapped him.
In what world does that work?
I don't know. No, it's not. You see, that move is not about
It's
working.
not working?
That's not about working.
Oh.
about being
that's
creepy.
just fuck life. I'm gonna grab this pussy. I'm gonna walk out, no consequence.
Yeah.
But there was a consequence. There should have been a more severe
What
consequence.
if you didn't shave? Like, I
That
mean,
would have hurt his hand.
I always shave.
Now we shave.
good to know.
That's a 32-year-old thing to do.
I got time.
No, it's waxing. It's
Wax. It
32-year-old
lasts for a
thing.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long
Get
does
that
a good
Brazilian.
wax job
Oh
last?
yeah. The
Like a month?
Brazilian. About a month.
I know
Yeah.
these things. I know a
you?
waxer.
Oh, you don't wax yourself?
I've actually no. My ex-girlfriend actually was. I don't know why she let me, but her best friend waxes, and I got to watch, and it was like kind of a perfect threesome because I'm too old to put in the work for a threesome, but that was cool because I didn't have to put no work, but it was kind of hot. It was like because her friend is super hot, so it was like my ex-girl sitting there with her vagina out, and then her friends just laying wax and doing things, and I'm pretending to not give a shit. But that shit was hot as fuck. That shit was so
I bet.
no pain on that part. I didn't understand. You
No,
get used
it's
to that?
not.
You get used to the pain?
Yeah.
Are you numb
Yeah,
now?
No.
Does it still
No.
hurt?
You know what hurts is when they pluck the strays.
Oh,
That fucking
Strings?
hurts.
Yeah,
The
well,
stray
that's a bad
hairs.
waxer.
After, yeah.
Because
sounds
my
painful.
ex's friend, there was no strays. It was like clean.
Clean.
Really close to the lips. Dangerously close in my opinion, but
She didn't have to
prima.
pluck.
Nope. No
Wow,
pluck.
she's
I did not
good.
see pluck.
What a
Yeah.
plucky girl.
I'll plug her next time. But when I post this, if she's cool with it, I'll plug her. But yeah, she's dope. She's good
That's
stuff.
dope.
So you got hairy backs, hairy vaginas. Hit her up.
Dan,
Dan has both.
you got both.
Very cool. Before we wrap this up, I want you to give these kids some advice. What works? Because you keep talking about what doesn't work. I want you to tell them what does work with a 32-year-old lovely female. What would work to persuade a young lady to just hang out with them for a little longer?
Oh, goodness.
Besides saying hello, they just think that's shit's
you
weird.
really don't think that works?
I don't think that works.
'Cause
Do you think that
it
works?
would work
What?
for me.
Just saying hello?
Be like, hey, you want
I
to go
do
hang
think
out
it
and
works.
watch reruns
Just
of
saying
Power
hello.
Rangers?
Yeah, it's got to be a genuine hello.
It
Though.
has
some
to be a
Pokemon.
Power
sign.
Rangers,
Legit.
Pokemon, that's like what my child.
Just offer her a free
Yeah?
photo shoot.
Cartoons?
No. No.
Dan's eyes lit up. Like, oh.
You know what? Asking to try a new restaurant, try a new coffee shop that just opened up around the corner.
So you want a guy that just teaches you new shit.
I love to learn.
Should he bring up sex or other stuff, or should you just avoid that
On the
stuff?
first date?
Not on the first date, just in general.
In general? Well, how long have you been talking?
I think honestly, if you were to go out with Angel, you just read the particular person. She's a horny bitch. Like she's gonna do the work.
deep
You don't have to.
inside.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, that's where horniness comes from. I know.
But not up front.
No, of
Don't
course.
get me wrong.
You're not
I'm
gonna be like,
classy-
so I'll
classy
take a
bitch.
number 2 and your dick. Yeah, like that's not gonna happen. But
You're not sitting there passing out cooter breeze samples. Like nothing.
There's samples.
No free samples.
No free samples.
No.
This is not Panda Express. Okay, Josh. Well, look, I appreciate you joining us. You're way hotter than Ace. Thanks, Ace, for joining us for this episode. We're here at Villains. Come out here to the Arts District. There's tons of bars out here, tons of good vibes, taco trucks everywhere, restaurants everywhere. I appreciate you joining us, Angel.
course.
Thanks, Tony, for bringing both Ace and Angel to the show. Thanks for
you.
being a creep, Josh.
I
Appreciate
didn't do
it.
anything, just for the record.
Um,
We're gonna watch.
come out here
we're
to
gonna watch
Villains.
it.
yeah, come to Villains Tavern.
Get a vampira. They're really
Angel,
delicious.
La
thank you
Vampira.
very much for the nudes.
Thanks.
All right.
It's really hot, so everybody should just take off their jackets. And with that said, thank you for joining us. Hi-yo! Appreciate you for joining you guys next time on the next Speakeasy podcast. Thanks, Dan.
I don't know
We
what
miss
that
you, Mario
was.
Lopez. Thanks, Mario Lopez. We'll see you guys next time. These vampiras are good.
Apparently, yeah.
They're much stronger than I thought.